Hey guys, so I want to talk about one of the best SoloQ characters currently in Pokemon Night again, Absol. I think it's great timing as well. Currently, you can get a free holoware for Absol. So maybe some of you guys are like, oh my god, an Absol skin, maybe I'm just gonna try some Absol. In this video, I will talk about lane Absol and jungle Absol. I will go over a lane Absol game with you guys and a jungle Absol, compare them, and just tell you guys what I do. For health items, Razor Claw, Scope Lens, Body Barrier is what I've been playing since like a few months now. I think it's just the best for the two items for the crit rate and Body Barrier just for team fighting. Also 600 HP on a squishy like Absol, again, is always nice to have. So for lane Absol, it's very straightforward. You have Slash and Feint for early last hitting, and that's your combo which you want to do. Slash can crit, Feint can crit as well, Feint can ignore shields as well. Obviously you're very reliant on Slash critting, but I like to just combo Slash and Feint together and just hope I get it, or just Slashing. Slashing does more damage since, yeah, does a bit more damage. It's also a bit faster. So Slash, Feint are your early game last hits. Pretty much your goal is to speedrun to level 5. And after that, you want to snowball the laning phase. You can pretty much get every single last hit with Night Slash, since it is absolutely crazy damage for a level 5 move. And yeah, so why do I play lane Absol again? It's because just there's so many people that want to fight for jungle. And honestly, I just found that this character feels very good in lane. Because your level 5 power spike is so strong. Like, you can snowball games. Also, you don't have to go back to your jungle to farm experience, which means you can just keep killing characters over and over again without losing, jungle experience, pretty much. So here we get ganked. Can't do much about this. I'm just going to try to maybe go for something. But yeah, the enemy Duraludon is one of the strongest level 5 characters in the game currently. You just can't. If that character comes to your lane as a jungler, concede everything. Just try your best not to die. The worst thing you can do is just die to him. So we try our best not to die to him. We almost take over to level 5 again. We don't want to die. That's just the only thing we want to do. Just give Duraludon anything he wants. There's literally nothing you can do about it. A lot of people try to fight him when you get ganked, but just don't. It's pointless. You just make him stronger and stronger if you also die to him afterwards. And now we try to go for these last hits. Here, get one. You see my Night Slash damage already. Night Slash is a double ability. One is a first dash, and then second one, if you hit the first one, you get a second dash. And that dash has higher crit chance the lower the enemy's own HP. That's why it's a great last hit, because it will almost always crit when something is on low HP. Has a very high chance for this. Here we get another last hit, and we just get out. Just eject buttoning away. And I don't have focus spend, so I was maybe a bit worried. Our Duraludon is here, but yeah. Don't want to die. And you can see how fast Audino dies. I actually missed my slash there. And yeah, you can see how fast I take down a Audino. On level 7, we do get Sucker Punch. And after that, we are very, very strong. We want to be pretty much level 7 for the first threat if we can. Looking for a jump in here, get a jump out, and we actually kill him. Very nice fast kill on the War Turtle. And again, the enemy Duraludon is here, Duraludon, so gotta be a bit careful. And now we just wait for the beast to spawn on 720. I might look for something. Actually, my Night Slash, I think my Night Slash, snap back there, but Bobby was by the best. I don't jump in anyways. So here's Stealth Rock, which means I actually have an easier time killing him. I think Absol into Dragon Tail, Duraludon struggles quite hard, because if I don't find the one-shot on him, he just Dragon Tails me, I get stunned, and he one-shots me. That's pretty much what happens, or what can happen as well, if the Duraludon plays well. But yeah, you find a Sucker Punch on him, and bam, we take him down. 1000 crit on level 8 already, this early into the game, absolutely insane damage. We Sucker Punch in again, fight another Night Slash, and suddenly we have a double kill. Now there's just the Serena behind us, who's also just gonna die. I'm just trying to get him. I kind of want to get kills, so I get level 9, just to make sure I get, the Dread easier with my level 9, because there's only one Audino up. So, making sure I get the kill there. Now we just take down the Dread together. Actually, Absol is one of the characters I can be level 9 at a lot of Dreadnoughts, just because I have so much kill pressure in lane. And if the lane goes very well, I can be level 9. I pretty much can secure every single Audino. Now there's a team fight going on. I'm just going to Unite here. I kind of wanted to Body Barrier a bit earlier, but it doesn't really matter. We kill the Dura with our Unite move and stuff. And now we Night Slash blink in. There you can see you can actually Night Slash and then eject button and make your Night Slash bigger. Or like you can, make your animation longer. You saw me doing. I just Night Slash eject button onto him. I also could obviously do eject button into Night Slash, but then he might, react to it faster. If people don't see it, like, just doing the ability eject button always makes it harder for the enemies to react, because it gives them less opportunity to, do something about it. They might have a harder time seeing it coming. First, like, wow, he's jumping on me, he doesn't have enough range, and then bam, you eject button and you're suddenly in range. And now we didn't kill the Goa yet, which is great, which means we farm a lot of experience right now and get even further ahead. I love not killing Goals as Absol as well, just because, again, I get every single Audino with my Night Slash, and they don't have any chance. And here, get an insane quick kill, get a Sucker Punch off on him, and almost die. Sucker Punch, get the stun in, double Night Slash. The most annoying thing is, Sucker Punch actually doesn't stun Duraludon when his heavy metal is up. That's his passive on a 30-second cooldown. He can't be knocked back or knocked up, right? And Sucker Punch is a knockback. So sadly, Sucker Punch doesn't work against this monstrosity of a character design called Duraludon, which is quite sad for Absol. Because that's like my bread and butter in team fights, to be able to Sucker Punch stun someone and then one-shot them, you know, my Night Slash and boosted auto attack crits, pretty much. Snobby level 12, that's kind of what level we want to be. You know, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Our main goal is level 11 first, because that gives us lifesteal on our second Night Slash. Now we just mow through our opponents. You can see how much Absol can do in these solo queue games. We just completely destroyed the enemy team. I think people underestimate Absol Unite as well. It actually does quite a lot of damage. And you can also see the body barrier coming in effect. I can just run in with my body barrier, absorb a lot of damage on the shield, and still be full HP of very healthy into a longer team fight. Without body barrier, Absol actually just gets, I feel like, gets taken down way too fast in team fights. And yeah. We're already 13.5 now as lane Absol. Again, as a laner, you normally not this high level. And again, look how fast we kill characters. And Absol is just so fun to play. It's just like one of my favorite characters in this game. Out of nowhere. And again, Night Slash. And we get another kill. Also, you can proc 2 Razor Claws on Night Slash. I don't really do that often. But yeah, in theory, you can Night Slash, auto attack, wait a bit, Night Slash, auto attack again. And you can proc 2 Razor's Claws if you want to. And now I'm 14 at 4 minutes before 4 minutes left are still in the game on the lane Absol. So I just decided, okay, I'm just getting 15. I mean, why not? Nothing's really else to do right now. I kind of had to recoil there. So I'm just going to farm 15 slowly a bit, and then we look for more kills. Just very important, I don't die anywhere now. Of course, it's good to maybe die to reset your death timer, but as a level 15 character, if I die to someone now, I give them like 2-3 levels of experience, which I really don't want to happen. So I should just be careful now and just play around my team. If I can, we can still look for pickoffs, but we should just make sure we don't go too deep. Like right here, I mean, this guy is dead, doesn't matter what. Probably didn't even need my help. And yeah, I want to play around our team. 115 to go into Zapdos. Even though we have such a huge lead on myself, obviously it's still losable. But you can see how much faster I can kill someone. Bam, dead. Night Sucker Punch, double Night Slash, and someone just dies. This guy as well. 2,000 crit on the Sucker Punch. So the way Sucker Punch works is, it's a counter attack. So when you get attacked by targeting someone, you instantly jump to the target, you will stun him, and you will also do more damage. So if your Sucker Punch doesn't get procced, Absol actually loses a lot of damage. So it's actually quite important to make sure that your Sucker Punch is used as a counter attack. But even then, again, here sometimes like these scenarios, I also just use them as a gap closer, right? Because it has so much range. It allows me to get to my opponents instantly. And yeah, my very nice gap closer. It's not a skill shot, so I just have to click someone. And we just Sucker Punch, like again, we can also Night Slash always out. There I just Night Slashed out. I forced a Nighthead's Unite, otherwise he would have died. He probably should have died, it would have been better. We see Serena scoring up here. Gonna chase him down a bit. I have to watch out, because this Unite move can kinda like destroy me, right? Not very fun to play against Serena Unite. And but it would have been fine if he Unites me there. I probably would have gotten out. I still have eject button up. I just looked for him, he actually blinked forward. I thought he was recalling in this brush. He was not recalling this brush, so I chase him a little bit. I just want to buy time so that he can't recall and it's late to zap. And I have to pray for Zapdos. Right now in the meta is you have to make sure you always set Zapdos instantly, otherwise the Duraludons instantly do Zapdos, and you don't want that to happen, right? So you're gonna be very fast at Zapdos. Here we just ult in, proc our body barrier on someone, and it's just very important to just unite someone, you know? And now we try. Serena probably has Unite move right now. Just gotta play it a bit so I don't go too deep on her. Looking for more characters right now, actually dry, and we get Zapdos. So late game team fights was pretty clean by my team. My team did very well in this last team fight of the game. Absol obviously in late game team fight struggles a bit. You just need very good Unite usage, and honestly Unite does actually quite do a lot. And after using Unite, you just try to look for a target you want to pick off. You have bonus move speed, bonus attack speed, right? You just want to pick off a target. Here we get one more kill for good measures on the Ninetales, making his life a bit more visible, why not? And yeah, that is the end of the game. I mean, I guess you can watch a bit more, but like, yeah. That means maybe try to defend. Do we get some more nice kills? Trying to chase the Duraludon. And yeah. Night Slash, bam. Sucker Punch. Actually, was the, no, we killed him. Unite move again. Yeah, you shouldn't underestimate Absol's Unite move. It's really not as bad as people think it is. It's really, really not that bad. It's quite solid. And that's it for lane Absol. So, it was a very, very good lane Absol game. I felt like I had, I think, 19 kills in the end. Almost 100k damage, as you'll see in a second. And I also want to show you guys a game of Jungle Absol. It's gonna follow right after this. I'm just gonna, you know, look at the stats, because I think people like looking at stats, right? Let me know if you like looking at stats. But I think that's what people want. And after this, I head instantly into a Jungle Absol and go over a Jungle Absol game, because I think it's also obviously very fun and viable, you know, why not? If a strong laner like this is also good in jungle. I mean, Speedster kind of the home of junglers normally. But yeah. Alright guys, go into a jungle Absol game. For jungle Absol we use the same head items, Buddy, Razor and Scope Lens. We just feint over this wall, kill the Leaper very fast. Absol has very, very fast jungle clear. You can see 6 seconds before even the blue buff spawns. Now we just build up a boosted auto attack. If you stand still, you can always build up boosted auto attacks. The boosted auto attack for Absol actually also shreds defense stats, so it makes you clear even faster. Also something I probably haven't mentioned yet, very important, that this makes your opponents take more damage just having a boosted auto attack on someone. It's also more damage against a single target instead of AoE, so if you hit multiple targets, less damage, but if you hit a single target, your boosted auto attack also does more damage. You can see how fast we clear stuff. Right now I'm already looking, do I want to gank top or bot lane? Bot lane of the enemy team is very far out, so I'm just pathing towards bot lane. I could have decided to go the other way, but yeah. Just pathing towards bot lane since they are so aggressive. Take the move speed from the goal and just try to kill the Snorlax. Yeah, there's no chance, he already is also way too deep. Try to see the enemy Audino away now. With the slash and auto attack, there we go. And I instantly focus on the enemy Audino. I just want to take this away from them. It's so much experience they will lose if I take this away, and we do. Now B spawn in 6 seconds. So what's the main difference to jungle Absol? Jungle Absol just spends more time in jungle, but also has insane snowballing, right? You're gonna be around the same level. You can be level 9 on the first strat, pretty much guaranteed. I'm already recalling here. I know my second buff is gonna spawn. Sadly, my top lane dies. Get dove, they have a lane decidueye, so they can't really do much. But you can see how fast we clear these things. The blue buff just absolutely disappeared. So the problem of jungle Absol is that it's just not a late game carry, right? Like you want someone to jungle that can be your late game carry, and jungle Absol just falls off. Like it's not a Cinder Ace, a Dralodon, right? A Greninja who's absolutely insane damage late game, who can completely carry a team fight. And because I cleared so fast, I'm looking for an invade now, just seeing if the enemy jungler was a bit slower since he was spending much more time top lane. And he's currently on the red buff, so we try to go for it, and we steal it away, go for him. So I like going for these jungle invades. In case the enemy team, the enemy jungler takes a lot of time, he will go very deep. I probably should have not done this. The second goal heals for way too much, but we Absol, we're quite fine. We have a lot of mobility. Just Night Slash out. And he's chasing us a bit, but it doesn't really matter. I can even turn it. If he face takes me here, we now Night Slash, Sucker Punch, and bam. Actually, I think I didn't crit too much there. I feel like normally he should die much faster. We get a very close kill in the end. And yeah, so if I see, especially with someone like Absol, who has very early power spikes, if I see the enemy jungler spend too much time on a lane, I will go and wait him after my buffs, because I will have my power spikes. I will probably be level 7 by this time. To clear Sucker Punch, you want to just Sucker Punch the charge of the camps, and that will allow you to also do more damage, and you can dodge it with it, and you will do clear even faster. Now we're almost level 9 already, 15 seconds to go into Dread, so game is looking great to be snowballed for us. Their Talonflame is only level 7, get a nice count Snorlax, and so much damage we also do in this game already. And oh god, I love this character, so fun. Flash Cannon guy trying to do something, and yeah, just kind of break, like, we leave in the goal at 1 HP. We should leave the goal at 1 HP here, but sadly my Mamoswine has other options. Like, see how much farm we just lose. There's like 3 Audinos everywhere that we could have still farmed as well. Like, this Dread is 100% ours. This Dread is 100% ours, so there's no reason to break a goal. We could have had Dread and like 3 more Audinos. Luckily, the enemy team also breaks top lane, which means we get Audinos. I'm just instantly going to farm them. I want to get level 11, because the level 11 is actually very important for team fighting, that healing I get. But in this moment, I decided, like, okay, my Machamp is only level 8, so I'm actually going to leave this experience for my Machamp, just so he gets his Unite boost maybe for this team fight that's about to happen. I'm just going to look for something, looking for the Cinder Ace, bam, Night Slash, Sucker Punch, Night Slash. Actually lives kinda, but I blink after him, and then he just somehow gets out, Sucker Punch the Talonflame. I'm just going to Unite Boof him here, because if we kill him, we can score a good amount of points. And if I don't Unite Boof, he probably actually would have killed me. So doing it fast. There will not be a team fight anytime soon anyways. Dread just died, Rotom just died. So it was a perfect time to use our Unite move one time before the next team fights. And now we go back to our jungle rotation. Taking this, you see me Sucker Punching the Water Gun. And yeah. It was pretty simple. You just kind of Night Slash, Sucker Punch someone, hopefully. You can also do Sucker Punch against certain things you see on the ground, like let's say they have a Sludge Bomb, a Stealth Rock, you know, something AoE, a Petal Dance. You can always run into those, Sucker Punch, and it will instantly proc, and you get your counter attack off. So it's something you can kind of abuse onto your opponents if you see them do stuff. And yeah. So again, it's also my tip, if you play against Absol and you see Absol Sucker Punching you, just don't attack Absol. It's the biggest thing that happens. And I think that's Absol's strength, is just people don't really know much about this character yet, still. I don't know how Sucker Punch works exactly. And yeah, now we just go for the Dinos again. They spawn, so we just take them fast. It's very important to always clear these on cooldown, because it's so much experience you gain from these over the course of the game, especially on top side, where 3 Dinos spawn. Now our Unite is almost back up, Dread is spawning in 20 seconds, and we're just gonna look for it. It's gonna try to have a nice team fight. We're level 12, highest level in the game, by probably a large margin. So should be a breeze, this team fight. Just gotta make sure we use our Unite move smart. Gotta sure we hit our Night Slashes, because the first Night Slash can be a bit tricky sometimes, especially like on the tip of it. It can be sometimes just bugging out a bit or just not really hitting. You think you hit it, but you didn't. And that means can't even come close. I recall again, I will do a quick double buff rotation, and then we'll start moving towards Rotom. Do blue buff again, just one-shot it very fast. I mean, almost. I mean, it took a bit longer, I didn't use my Sucker Punch. And we start looking towards Rotom. I can stay Unite one more time, which I really want to do. I really want to Unite one more time. At 4 minutes is a great time to Unite. You will always have your Unite back for Zapdos if you do that this time. Sadly, this Rotom actually died quite fast. I was kind of surprised, but I mean, the NPC was just ready for this. And just try to go for it. Can't quite get it. I get blocked by the Snorlax. The Pikachu just disappears. We just use our Unite to live. Probably could have aimed it a bit better. Blink after the Cinderace. Hit a Night Slash. Hit another Night Slash. Can't really do much with this though, but I just want to see like if I can do something more. Just gonna take a bit of their jungle away. They do have a Talonflame here, but find a nice Night Slash healing. And I just auto-take him to death. We get him. Pikachu trying to chase me now. And actually Cinderace lands on my head. But we try to actually kill him. I think if the Electro doesn't kill us, we could have maybe turned it around. Just Cinderace landing on my head there with the jump pad. Obviously didn't really encounter for that. At least I reset my death timer, but it's still a pretty bad death, because Cinderace gets a lot of experience from this. Or was it Pikachu whoever got the last hit? So, again, dying is nice to get the death reset, but giving the enemy carries level and experience is obviously nothing you want to go for. And now we have 120 anti-zap. I'm actually lower level than I was last game with lane Absol, but that's because I had a few more kills, but still quite funny, right? That my lane Absol kind of was higher level than my jungle Absol. It's going to take those fast as well. I think at 14 I will stop farming in this game. I see a lot happening on bot lane, so I decide I need to move towards bot lane fast. Take the jump pad, and I just want to defend the goal on bot lane. Actually, I messed up my jump here. That was a misclick. I want to do a fast, quick jump to bot lane. Messed it up a bit. Can happen sometimes. And I see the enemy Dura using his Unite move, which means he's free kill right now. A Dura without Unite move is just, yeah, he just disappeared. He didn't even exist, honestly. He was never even a threat. Taken away fast with the arrow as well. Here I get a snapback. Can also help me. You have to be very careful now. Absol. Night Slash is very, very vulnerable to snapbacks. And I just try to zone him from getting this threat, but we take it down before with our Night Slash. And he's quite scary. I actually die here. And good thing I reset my death timer before. So I'm only dead for 20 seconds, so maybe like 35 seconds. I don't want to use my Unite there. Just don't panic, guys. Don't use a Unite move in those scenarios. If you don't have Unite move as Absol on Zapdos, you're gonna be useless. This is one of the most important things as Absol. Have Unite move for teamfights. Without Unite move, multiple teamfights are not possible. 1v1s are very good for Absol, right? You don't need Unite move for 1v1s. But for team fighting, you will need your Unite move. If you don't have it, you just can't play the game properly. I'm close to 15, so I'm just gonna do a quick Hopfish. I was maybe hoping maybe I can find it fast. But yeah, teamfight's gonna happen. They're still 2 dead right now, so we don't really have to panic much. But we just one-shot, we just Night Slash, Sucker Punch. The Absol just gets absolutely one-shot. Got a Unite move here, drop kinda low. But yeah, they're just getting taken down. This guy's also gonna disappear in a second. And that's 4 people dead. Very nicely done. My team again playing pretty well in Zapdos, not starting it, fighting with me. So quite happy that these 2 games we saw our teammates playing well around Zapdos. Because Zapdos fights with Absol again can be tricky. You can carry your team towards Zapdos, but your team has to play well at Zapdos for Absol to still, like, you know, win a game, pretty much. And yeah, that's it for the Jungle Absol game. I hope you really guys enjoyed this video. Maybe found another nice kill on the Duraludon. We actually do score our Zapdos points. And I hope this is 2 good perspectives I gave you guys as well, and just showcasing how strong Absol is. I think Absol is very underrated by the community, and people really sleep on this character, especially in SoloQ. Of course, why is Absol a SoloQ character? In team play, it just doesn't work well. Like, Absol shines in these chaotic games where people just run around the map blindly, and there's a lot of 1v1s happening, a lot of small skirmishes. Absol absolutely shines in those. But as soon as there's like a lot of supports being played, a lot of body barriers. He actually outplayed the Pikachu 2.3k crit. We crit him 3 times. We dodged his stun with our Sucker Punch, which activates our Sucker Punch. Double Night Slash, both crit, and he's just dead to 3 abilities. And yeah, it just doesn't work. Like, the better the enemy team comp is, what I always say, the worse Absol gets. Here I'm just having a stare contest with the Drylodon, but he actually outplays me. I forgot that Flash Cannon actually stuns. The plus Flash Cannon, this like small beam he does at the beginning, stuns you. So I got stunned by it and he actually takes me down, gets a small victory for himself. Why not? I was having a staring contest, but he does win it. And yeah, so the better the enemy team comps are, the worse Absol gets. It's pretty similar to Gengar. Gengar as well. The better the enemy team comp is, the worse Gengar is. But in SoloQ, team comps are just not good, right? That's why they shine in these kind of scenarios. That's why Absol and Gengar are absolutely great SoloQ characters and just not very good competitive characters. But I mean, most of us play SoloQ, so that's what matters. I think only a small percentage of us players plays competitive or 5v5 pre-mating, right? So 75,000 damage in this game. Nothing too impressive, but I still think for an Absol it's pretty solid for a speedster that is very squishy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would appreciate if you leave a like, subscribe, let me know if you like the style of the video, if I should maybe make more like, you know, one perspective of lane, one perspective of jungle in the same video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!